Hello children, we'll start with chapter 24, which is data handling. Let's start the chapter. Starting with what is data? Any information which is in the form of numbers, it's called data. Now data is of two types, raw, which is actually in the original form the way you are collecting it, or grouped, in which you are forming classes or the groups. Detail about these two we'll study later. Now coming to array. When you arrange your data in either ascending or in descending order, it's called array or data array. How to represent the data? We can represent data in two different forms. One is by making a frequency distribution table, and the second way is by making a bar graph. Now, frequency distribution table also, further it's classified into two parts: ungrouped data or group data. So we'll first start with frequency distribution table of ungrouped data. Now we have example here. Shoe size of 20 men are as follows: 3 4 4 6 3 5 4 4 4 6 6 5 5 3 5 6 6 5 4 4. Now these are the shoe sizes of 20 men. Now we can begin the question by forming an array, data array, which is like it can be either in ascending or descending. We prefer taking in ascending order. So we arrange the shoe sizes in ascending order. Then we make a table beginning with the shoe size. The second is for tally marks. And the third one is frequency. Now the smallest shoe size is 3 and the largest shoe size is 6. So we take the numbers in ascending order: 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many people are wearing shoe size 3? That is 1, 2, 3. So that's frequency is 3. How many men are wearing shoe size 4? Counting all this is 7. How many people are wearing shoe size 5? It's 5. And how many people are wearing shoe size 6? The frequency is 6. And just to check, you add up the frequency. There are 20 men, so that should be equal to the total number of values given. Now coming to this tally marks, how do we do it? Keep in your mind, your tally is actually a vertical line. For 1, it's 1 vertical line, 2, 3, 4. We can draw a maximum 4 vertical lines, and remember every fifth line is a diagonal line which starts from the first top to the fourth bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the diagonal line is number 5. Now 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Diagonal is 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every fifth line is a diagonal line. Now coming back to the question, 3 vertical lines. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this was a frequency distribution table of a ungrouped data. Now frequency distribution table of group data. Now how do we make groups? That we are going to see in this example. Now there's an example. Weight, which is given in kilograms, of 25 students of class 8 are as follows. Now these are the weights given: 42, 38, 36, 45, 47, 40, 34, 33, 30, 32, 30, 40, 41, 50, 55, 56, 50, 56, 52, 51, 43, 44, 46, 57, 56 and 73. The first thing is what is the need of making a group? As these values are more in number and each value is either one time or given 2 times or maybe 3 times, we make groups. We divide the question in groups. Like we try to find out the smallest value and the biggest value. So the minimum weight is 30 and the maximum weight is 57. So that's how we start making the groups. First of all, the range is the difference between the maximum weight and the minimum weight. So the maximum weight was 57 and the minimum weight was 30. So the range for this question is 27. Now how do we make groups, or which is also called as class intervals? As the smallest value was 30 and the biggest value was 57, we can make a group of 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60 and so on, depending on the maximum. It's 57, so it will come in the third group. This is a group where I have taken the class size 10. That means 30 and 40, there are 10 values. So we can also have a class size of 5. That is 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, and 55 to 60. Now suppose I am taking the first class interval, that is 30 to 40. This is the class limit, like starting from 30 to 40, this is the class limit, where 30 is the lower limit and 40 is the upper limit. Now let's start with the question. Let's make a frequency table. The table will be made in the same way. Now it's grouped table, so we have to write CI or class intervals, tally marks, and frequency. Now count 30 to 40. How many numbers are there? But before we count, let's see one important thing. Suppose we have a number 40. It falls in the category of 30 to 40 as well as 40 to 50. So in which category will this 40 be included? It will be included in 40 to 50 because we always take the number which is on the limit, we take it in the lower limit. Here 40 is the upper limit or the higher limit, so we have to take it in the lower limit. Similarly, number 50 will not be taken in 40 to 50, it will be taken in group 50 to 60. Now we'll start making the table. 30 to 40, the frequency is 8, that means there are 8 values. 40 to 50, there are 8 values, and 50 to 60, there are 9 values. Now for the tally will be done in the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And to check, the total of the frequency is 25. We'll start exercise 24.1. Children, I'll be skipping one part from each question, like question number 1, 2, and 3. And that you have to do it as a homework. Now question number 1, arrange the following data as an array in ascending order. We'll be doing part number 1. Okay, now array in ascending order, that means arrange all the values in ascending order. That's it. Now we'll move on to question number 2. Question number 2, arrange the following data as an array in descending order. Here also we'll be doing the first part and second is your homework. Now these are the values given to us. Question 2, array. Now arrange your values in descending order. Now moving on to question number 3. Construct a frequency table for each of the following data. Now we'll be doing first part and second part will be your homework. Now these are the values given. Now we have to make a frequency distribution table. It's your wish. When you want to make a frequency distribution table, you can first arrange it in array or you can directly also do your question. Only one thing that we need to find out is we have to see which is the lowest value and which is the highest value. Now let's make a frequency table. Frequency distribution table. This is the data, tally marks, and frequency. 8, the frequency is 4, so 4 vertical lines. 9, frequency is 4, so 4 vertical lines. 10, frequency is 5, so 5 lines. 11, frequency is 2, 2 lines. 12, frequency is 3, 3 lines. 13, frequency is 2, 2 lines. And adding up your frequency, there are 20 values, so the answer is 20. Now moving on to question number 4. The weight of 40 students in a class is given, which is given in kilograms. These are the weight. Prepare a grouped frequency distribution table using suitable class intervals. Now you can see they're asking you to make suitable class intervals, but the class intervals are not given. Now again we have to see what is the lowest value. The lowest value is 16 here and the highest value is 34 here. Now it's entirely up to us how we make the class intervals. Now we can have a class interval as 15 to 20, that's of class size 5, or 10 to 20 of a class size 10. Let's see the table. Grouped frequency distribution table. I have taken an interval of 15 to 20, that's the class size of 5, whereas you can have a group of 10 to 20 also. So class interval 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. Frequency. Now first group, the frequency is 13, so 13 lines for the tally marks. Second group, the frequency is 16, so 16 lines in the tally marks. Next group is of 5, so 5 lines in the tally marks. and the last group is of 6, so 6 lines in tally marks. Add up your frequency, the total is 40. Question number 5. The daily rainfall, which is in millimeters, in a town for the month of July was, now that's the rainfall given. We have to make a data array which has to be in ascending order. We have to make a group frequency distribution table. The class intervals are already given to us. And then there is one more part that we have to solve. So we'll begin with data array. That is the first part. Again, we have to see what is the lowest value. The lowest value is 0 and the highest value is 32. So moving on to the question. First part, making a data array which is in ascending order. Arrange all your values in ascending order. Second part, making a frequency distribution table. Now they told you to make a frequency distribution table using class intervals, and the class intervals were mentioned as 0 to 5, 5 to 10, ... which means you have to see your highest value is 32, which will fall in the group 30 to 35. So the last class interval has to be 30 to 35. Again, making a table, class interval, tally marks, frequency. 0 to 5, 7 values, 7 lines in tally marks. 5 to 10, 7 lines in tally marks. 10 to 15, frequencies 3 lines. 15 to 20, frequencies 5 lines. 20 to 25, frequencies 5 lines. 25 to 30, frequencies 2 lines. 30 to 35, frequencies 2, so 2 lines. And the total of frequency is 31. Now there was one more part, that is third part. What is the fourth interval? You have to mention the width of the interval, the lower limit as well as the upper limit. Now fourth interval. Now check your class intervals 1, 2, 3 and 4. So your class fourth interval is 15 to 20. Width means difference between the upper limit and the lower limit. So width is 5. The lower limit is the lower value, which is 15, and the upper limit is the upper value, which is 20. Now we'll move on to question number 6. The height of 35 students measured in centimeters is given to you. These are the heights. You have to make a frequency distribution table, and the class intervals are already mentioned to you, starting from 150 to 155, ending at 170 to 175. Again, making a data array and doing it, or directly you can do it. Now question number 6, frequency distribution table, class intervals, tally marks, frequency 150 to 155, frequency 9, so 9 lines. 155 to 60, frequency 9, so 9 lines. 160 to 65, frequency 6 lines. 165 to 70, frequency 5 lines. 170 to 75, frequency 6, so 6 lines. And the total of frequency is 35. Now children, first exercise, we are doing questions only up till 6. Now number 7 is exactly like what we have done. You have to make a frequency distribution table, and the class intervals are already mentioned to you. So do this question in your copy. Then moving on to question number 8, fill in the blanks. Now this question is also your homework, but you have to do it in your book. It's quite simple. When you read it, you will be able to do it. Moving on to question number 9, this is also your homework, which has to be done in the book, but I will be explaining one part, first part. Now I'll be starting from here. They have given you class interval 16 to 20. Now this is inclusive class interval, which means in your first interval, the lower value as well as the lower limit as well as the upper limit, both will be taken into consideration. So we have to make the class boundaries, which is exclusive. So here what do we do? How do we make it? We take the lower value of any one class interval and the higher value of the other class interval. So say I am taking 20 and 21. Take the difference of the lower and the upper of any one class interval, two class intervals, that's difference is 1, divided by 2. Now whatever you get, like you are getting 0.5, whatever you get, subtract that number from the lower limit and as well as add it to the upper limit. You'll get another answer. Now this is your 15.5 is your lower limit, and this 20.5 is your upper limit. Coming to class size is the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit, which is equal to 5. Now coming to class limits. For this, you have to just take the question directly, 16 to 20. So your class limit will be lower is 16 and upper is 20. And class marks, to find the class marks, add your lower and the upper limit, that is 16 plus 20, and divide that by 2. 16 plus 20 is 36 and divided by 2 is equal to 18. So your class marks are 18. In the same way, try to do the remaining parts also in the book. The first exercise finishes here.